The following presentation is brought to you by Walk Cafe, with 4 locations on the island of Montreal to serve you better. For a delectable dining experience, choose the finest Chinese restaurant in town. That's Walk Cafe. Visit their website at wok-cafe.ca.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Robert DeLessor. I'm the host of Rob's Inner Circle, broadcasting worldwide. This is our new format. We are not live. This is a recorded episode of Rob's Inner Circle, but you can still always, like usual, put in your comments, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on YouTube, LinkedIn, all the other social media platforms. We'll be getting to you as soon as we have a chance. Tonight, we have a repeat customer. He's been on our show before. He was on our show November 1st, 2021, episode 74. It is my pleasure to welcome back our good friend, restaurateur, filmmaker, actor, Mr. Jimmy Chan. Jimmy, welcome back to Rob's Inner Circle.
Hi, how are you? Thank you for having me.
It is such a pleasure to have you back, Jim. And listen, it's almost a year that you were on our show, and lots of things went on. And notably, one activity that you are involved in, I believe it's more than once that you've done this before. It was the dragon boat races that you were involved with. So talk about the dragon boat races and what was going on with that exactly.
Yeah, the dragon boat racing, it's the 3,000 years of a Chinese culture. I'm very passionate about that kind of a sport, right? I actually, the very first Chinese in Montreal Chinese community built the very first Chinese team in 1995. So ever since then, since 1995, I have been stopped paddling, and this is my deepest passion, and I encourage, company coming in. At that time, right, the last 20 years, we have our own Montreal International Dragon Boat Race Festival from our Chinese community, Chinatown. So I really hoping that at that time, that our Dragon Boat Festival will, lead to international, which is we did happen. We invited the team from outside Canada, outside Montreal, and we have team from France, we have team from China, Singapore, we have team from France, we have team on many others area in North America, like Los Angeles, San Francisco. It was a big competition in 2000, between 2010 to 2011 and 12, we have more than 200 teams coming in participating in Dragon Boat. Yeah, we have different levels. We have the community levels, and we have sport division levels. So, as I mentioned before, I built the very first team represent our Chinese community, Chinatown, since 1995. So you calculate how many years I've been doing it, and this is something that to encourage not just only the Asian community, but also all the corporate company and like Bombardier, like CIBC, even the casino, the police station, the fire department, they're all coming in and participating in Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball is a team sport. It's not a one-person sport. Dragon Ball, it takes 20 paddlers, okay, and one drummer and one to steer, which is a coach in the back. So actually, on one boat, you need 22 people, and it's a very dynamic water sport. It's the fastest water growing sport in the world for the last 10 years and keep growing strong. This is something that I will never give up. This it's a good really team sport. A build team spirit, and you gather people together and make friends, build network, and it's a very fun and challenging sport. You have to train a lot to win, right? Everybody want to be the winner, but you don't train enough. Every team out there, everybody train hard enough. Go there on the race day to take on the challenge to be the winner. But at the end of the race, you don't have the gold medal, silver medal, and the bronze medal. So it depends on how you have been dedicated on training. It built personality. It's a very good sport. Yeah.
And so, how does it compare, like, to the Olympic competitions, like the rowboats? Is that
Well,
similar to that?
yeah. Because like you mentioned, I personally I've been encouraging the Dragon Ball Canada and Dragon Ball in China, and try to bring Dragon Ball into the Olympics. Unfortunately, they were saying that because Dragon Ball, it takes like 22 people on the team on the boat, and when they're going over to other country for the Olympics, they have to bring a lot of people. So like instead of like 22 people, they probably have to bring 30 something people. There's a lot of money involved, really expensive. So that's the reason why they kind of hesitated. Okay, but I never give up. I'm still working on try to figure out a way to convince them that Dragon Ball should be in the Olympic sport. Now, any rowing, the Canadian is the best athlete in rowing competition, right? Canoeing, whatever, and we always come back with medals. And but it's only like one person, two person, three or four, but the Dragon Ball, it takes 20 paddlers to move that boat. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, go on, Jimmy. Sorry to cut you off. Go on.
But the last 10, 15 years, China had developed a smaller boat, which only take 10 people to paddle. So we bet. Yeah, also in 2011, I brought my team, Phoenix Warriors, to Shanghai, China, to compete at the World Expo, World International Jumbo Race Festival, and I'm very proud to say that we came in third in the world. And
Unbelievable!
yeah,
Wow.
with a bronze medal. And at that time, the mayor Gerard Trumpe, it was the mayor at that time. That he was very proud and happy, and he invited us to the City Hall and sign the Golden Book, and being the first Dragon Ball team went to Shanghai, especially the Shanghai Expo International. We came in third, so that was a very meaningful moment for all of us. Yeah, very meaningful. That was just encouraging all the young people to continue the sport, and how often you have a chance to sign the Golden Book of Sport, that you been one of the first athlete to represent Canada, Montreal, and Quebec, and compete in other country, and then you came back with medals. It's a very honor. It's a really honorable thing for us.
So you got the drummer in the boat. Where is the drummer seated? In the front, in the middle, the back?
No, the drummer is always in front of the boat, right? Now the drummer is to lead. You have during the competition, the drummer's job is to oversee the whole team where we at. Okay, and when we all line up at the starting line, okay, we have a steer person who also is a coach. He or she will call the race to tell us how we're going to start and how we're going to go on transition, and what the pick up, what they call the power picked up, and we have to be ready for the picked up to outtake other teams. It's very exciting. If you ever watched the movie Ben-Hur, Dragon Ball, exactly like that kind of environment when you do the racing. When you're racing with very strong team, like and you know that you're not alone out there on the water. You have all the team out there and want to take us on. So the drummer's job is like when the drummer see that our team is falling behind, and they will see if we are capable to do a strong, powerful pickup. What he means by pickup is then he or she will call 3, 2, 1 power pickup, and we're gonna do maybe 10 pickup. Very powerful stroke, very powerful, and that is how we can speed up our bow, and that is something that you need a lot of training on that. Obviously, for 500 meter, you cannot have the your full stroke, like the power all the way through, because otherwise it's just like a runner. Have to pace yourself in such a way that you have to know when are you going to do your picked up and your power to accelerate and then execute those stroke rate that you could pull out that to beat other team that no. This is what's important in training is all about as a team. You don't take 1 or 2 people in a team to be strong enough to do that. No, you take the whole boat. You take 20 paddler, okay, to do the same thing. It's synchronization. That's the key to win the race. Yeah.
And which body of water is the event held? Is it on the St. Lawrence River, or is it like offshore? Where is it that you go to do these competitions?
Well, the competition, we have the famous Pat John Chapel and Olympic Basin, which is we built that that place is for canoeing during the Olympic in Montreal, and that is the perfect water. You should see from each angle it measure. It's when you have let's say you have 10 boat coming down. Obviously, one of the bull will have a little bit difficulty to paddle because the water is not as even than the middle. So always the best team will go in the center. So you try to stay there. So it's always on the water. But during the winter training, during the winter time, it's cold. The canal is ice. So we go inside the Olympic Basin. We have 2 festivals right now. They called the 22 Dragon, which is in Lachine Canal. They have a gym, a big gym.
Oh wow!
The weightlifting and also a lot of personal trainer that to train people, right? And then they'll also have a paddling room for for people to go inside to paddle for the technique to not to get all your muscle get rusty. You get the muscle moving, all winter long to get ready for the springtime. Then you go on the road, then you go on the boat. Then another area is in a basin, Olympic Basin called H2O, and also they set up with the same like 22 Dragons. It's they have an indoor training. Also, they have a gym. Also, wherever the people live nearby. Some people that live near, Lachine area. They will bring the team to go there. Some people live near downtown area. Then they will go to the Olympics stadium for training, for winter training. Yeah.
How about the drummer? At one point, I guess he must have been a paddler. You just don't become, a drummer. You put together a team. Okay, you're gonna come and you're gonna be the drummer. Is it by merit that he gets to be at that point? Does he need special skills, or is he just like, okay, we're taking you. You're the drummer. That's it. How does it work exactly to become the drummer?
Yeah, absolutely. The drummer is it's very important because when the team out there on the water, okay, don't forget we are racing maybe with 5 or 6 other teams, so everybody is yelling, screaming, right? And all the other drummer hitting the drum, and so as our own drummer hitting the drum to lead us. So the drummer has to be very, it has to have a very strong voice that able to command us, that we have to use to hear that voice, but not from other boats. So that voice we have to be recognized, and it's important that so that the drummer obviously have to have the experience how to paddle, the stroke rate, in order for the drummer to to see how the whole team is doing. In order for the drummer to call the picked up or whatever circumstances during the race, the drummer has to understand if we have enough energy and power to do so. If we don't have the energy to continue, it doesn't matter how many times the drummer gonna yell and scream, it's not gonna happen. This says the drummer is making a decision for us when to pick up, when are we going to accelerate our stroke rates more efficient, stronger, and how to finish it. When we almost finish the race, the drummer very important to call a finish to let us know we are going home. Give it everything we got. Empty our tank. Very exciting sport. Very exciting.
It sounds like a lot of fun, that's for sure. You get a lot of spectators that come and see you.
Oh yeah. Every time we have 20. Our boat, we have 20 people, right? And then with the drummer 21, and the new drummer called Jessica, she's a new drummer, and she learned it very quickly, because during the whole pandemic, COVID pandemic, the whole world shut down, as you know, right?
Yes.
So all the sport, there's not allowed team sport, and we haven't paddled for 2 years. And so this year, it's in March, it start open up, allow team sport, right? So I kind of tested our team, see if they are eligible, not too afraid of COVID, but to come in. Unfortunately, I have experienced that my 90% of my team decided not to return, because many of them, they decided to have family, well, some of them, they two couple, they got married before the pandemic, right? So during the 2 years, they decided to build a family, to have babies. So once you have a family and baby, so everything changes in life. So the objective, they move from Dragon Ball into family affair. So something is very challenging to me. We are not the only team experiencing that challenge, but there are many other teams out there too. And this is the first year that Dragon Ball came back to race, to training. In more than 2 years, we haven't even got on the water. So, but I'm very fortunate, very lucky that I fill up my boat with 20 people. Yeah,
Wow.
I'm very fortunate that I'm able to recruit not just only people come and fill up the boat. These young people, they are very strong, very dynamic, they're very dedicated on training. Every practice we have a full boat. And they're all first-time paddler. 90%, they never touched the paddle in their life. They don't even know
Wow.
what it is like inside the Dragon Boat team, okay? And this year, we won 2 bronze medal. Very encouraging. That we won the 250-meter race, a bronze medal, the 3rd place, and also 500-meter race. We also won a bronze medal, which is really motivating to the young people, for them to continue the sport. So I think we did something good, for this season, and hopefully next season they're all coming back when we build the team stronger. So this is something very challenging during the pandemic time, and it's a life-changing thing, and especially when you realize that your old team that you have built for more than 20 years, they kind of slowly disappear because of that reason. So you have to start from scratch all over again on that team, Phoenix Warriors. But you know what? Our team, Phoenix Warrior, rise from the ashes. And, yeah, we did well. Well, we surprised a lot of team out there. Yeah.
Well, I'm very happy to hear it. Very happy for you. Congratulations for all of your accomplishments with the dragon boats. But
Yeah, thank you.
uh, we also know Jimmy as a filmmaker. So let's get into film a little bit. Uh, you did your first Saving Chinatown, the first
Yeah.
movie, and now recently you had a screening which I attended on the Sunday afternoon. It was at the Scotiabank Theater on St. Catherine. So talk to us about the Saving Chinatown 2, the sequel, Our Heritage, Our Legend. Talk to us about how this all came about.
Okay. I'm a passionate filmmaker all my life. I'm an actor in Montreal. I'm a full ACTRA member. I do quite a lot of my own short film as well. Um, all my life, I grew up in Chinatown. So as many of my friends. When I see our Chinatown, before the pandemic is already happening, we have it. Our China used to be so big, and now it's kind of shrinking down the side. It's just like from here, Chinatown, and now it's like that. So we have to put our voice out to the city of Montreal, to our government and National Assembly, the federal government, to let them know our Chinatown. It's very important for our culture, for our heritage. Chinatown not just only for a place for dim sum or bubble teas or a nice wonton soup or something. Chinatown, it represents a destination for all people. And Chinatown is diversity. If for not just only for Chinese, it's for everyone. Everyone, especially for the tourists. But every time the tourists go any city, the first thing they ask, take us to Chinatown. They want to
Exactly.
eat Chinese food. Okay, and this is one of the yin thing, and you only could get that in Chinatown. Nowhere else, because you walk in Chinatown, you can not just only smelling good food, and also you look around and all the beautiful Oriental Chinese decoration and all the things that you only see in China, but we see it in Montreal. We see it elsewhere, like Toronto and Vancouver and Calgary and all other area. Wherever the Chinatown, obviously the Chinese restaurant, the other souvenir store. Now, when I realized the discrimination is rising, more than 30 years of my life, I see that never really go away. And I spoke to a lot of elders, because I'm the president of the China Association, and this is my third term now. I'm I must be doing something right. They elected me, voted me back in as a president. So I've been a president for more than 9 years now. So when I'm looking at all the elders, all the other members, directors on our association, they're all getting, they're all getting to the age that not I don't want to say give the word, say they give up. I would say that they don't have the energy to continue what they want to fight for. So this is how I see that for me as a president, as one of the individual, as a Chinese, I have to pick up all the loose pieces that my elders left behind. Whatever that I can do, I will cooperate with all the other association in Chinatown, and that's what I did. I've been speaking with all the association in Chinatown. Let's get the voice together, and not very much say protest, but to voice out for what we need to protect our heritage building. Because obviously we want Chinatown to be a very busy place. The developer are coming in. As you see in Chinatown right now, that there's some hotel built and condo being built, and there are many other areas too. We don't mind that, as long as they keep building the building that they have. It become like it looks like Oriental or like Chinese decoration.
So, Jimmy, recently you got a special recognition in Chinatown. I remember the speech that you had made on that Sunday when you were screening the movie Chinatown, Saving
Yeah,
Chinatown 2.
yeah.
You received some kind of a special recognition. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, I'm really, really honored about that. So as a filmmaker, I just explain to you why I did the documentary. So what I explained a little bit there before.
Sure.
So I said, it doesn't matter how much voices you give out. The most important thing is like, it's something that we talk about. We would like to the city to put on the plan of action, and to let us know this thing will eventually will happen, right? So what I did a documentary last year actually called Saving Chinatown. Saving Chinatown, these two words, um, actually I created it 30 years ago when I realized many of our heritage buildings have been disappearing. So Saving Chinatown is one of the big topic for our community, our neighbors to talk about. So I did the documentary called Saving Chinatown, Rise of the Dragon. Whoever have the courage, encouraging people to come and share the platform and talk about the sorrow inside them in the past, the ancestor, the parent, whatever, to share the bad experience about discrimination and things like that. So the first documentary more or less will talk about this and lead to why we losing our land, our city of Montreal. They're not really paying attention on saving our heritage building and our heritage places, whatever we still have left. So but the documentary created a big impact last year, and I'm very honored and happy that this year uh, I think maybe my documentary did something on that make that happen. The National Assembly and the City of Montreal this year, in January 24 this year, have announced granted our Montreal Chinatown as a heritage status.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. And so I kind of voiced out again that I did before in the past on the news. I said that the Montreal Chinatown is the only francophone Chinatown in the whole North America. Value that is so valuable. It's concerning about the French culture, and you go to any restaurant in China, all the waiters, everybody speak French. Everybody speak language, the French languages, and it's such a wonderful networking together, and putting the French culture, the Chinese culture, and other culture like combined, like connected together. It's just a beautiful, beautiful place. So we have to save our Chinatown. So this year, I continue saving Chinatown. There's 5 chapters. So this year I did the documentary Saving Chinatown, Our Heritages, Our Legends. So this year this documentary is talk about our past, talk about our ancestor, talk about why we're here. Okay, talk about how the contribution our ancestors had contributed into this country. It's more than the Chinese more than just came here to make Canada their home more than 100 years ago. They have no idea where they end up. So when they were here at that time, okay, all they wish to make a lot of money to send back home. So therefore, their family back home in China, you're going back 100 years ago, okay, China is not the same China as today, as you know.
Exactly.
So
Yes.
that's the reason why the Chinese people, not just only Chinese, there's a lot of immigrants from Italy and other places, Spain. They are looking for elsewhere to go, to see if they can find a place that they could able to make money to send back home. So therefore, their children, their family will have a better life. So that is what happened to the Chinese people, and many of them they end up in Montreal, okay, and then they realize that there's nothing there here for them except every morning they have to put their hand up, say I am willing to go to work wherever you take me. So that is what happened. This is how the second documentary take place. That a lot of people didn't know about the suffer, the hardship that our ancestors have gone through. So like my uncle, he came very young because of my uncle. That's with my family, and I'm here today talking to you actually. And he told me that when he was very young, I think he was like 14 years old, 15 years old. They had to pay a head tax, and like $500 is a lot of money at that time. It go 100 years ago. It's crazy.
Yeah,
And there's another story as it could take a long time, but to talk about that. But the thing is, so he got off the boat, right? He got off the boat. So, but then he afraid. He wanted to go back on the boat. He was afraid because it was so cold. He wasn't ready. He do not have a winter coat, no winter boot, nothing.
I can imagine.
Nothing. What was where they came from in Toisan, in Guangzhou? There's no winter. There's no snow. They came where they end up during the winter time in January. It's just the most cold weather in the whole year. And he wanted to go back, and the captains tell him, no, you're not going back in. So he said, why? Because I'm not ready for this environment. Can you have the boat take me somewhere else, which is have the same temperature like China where I came from? The captain of the boat said, not a chance. Or you get out of the boat, or you're gonna go back home where you come from. You're not gonna go anywhere else. And then he learned at the end, it was his last stop. It was his last stop. And throughout the journey on the boat, there were not enough food, not enough clothing to stay warm. A lot of Chinese people die, and then they die with no name. They don't even know what family they should contact to let them know what happened. So this is something that my documentary it represents that at that time to tell the story, right? So it's a very moving documentary. I have a lot of people that took me almost a year to convince them to come forward to speak up, to talk about the great grandparents, even their parents, the hardship they have gone through. You see in the cinema, and this is something that to share that moment, to bring back the tears and blood at that time is it's incredible feeling. Yeah.
Well, just letting the audience know that through the generosity of Jimmy Chan and his wife, Susan, we have a gift certificate for two people that is worth $30. And at Jimmy's restaurant, Walk Cafe, that gets you a lot of food. So we invite you to give us some comments. All you have to do is tell us what your favorite Chinese food is in the comments section, and we'll be picking out a winner. So once again, we invite you to participate. You can ask questions and all that. This is not a live broadcast right now. This is pre-recorded, but we will be checking the questions and getting back to you. And again, if you want to tell us what your favorite Chinese dish is, you're eligible to win $30, a gift certificate, the generosity of Jimmy and Susan Chan.
Highlighting these hidden stories or stories that are not necessarily official narratives. So stories of the head tax, right? Or even before that with the building of the railway or the gold rush, and how the early first wave of Chinese immigrants came, and then later on with the building of the CPR, that so many Chinese laborers were recruited, yet they were considered cheap labor.
Chinese was very poor, so they cannot make a good living in their own country land. So that's why they have to go overseas to look for better living.
I think there's a danger sometimes of seeing Chinatown or the community as a relic, something that needs to be preserved.
That's right. Yeah.
Like it's not. It's a living organism. Chinatown's living organism. We're a living community, living and breathing. And I think that we also need to let people know that it's not just something stuck in history.
Yeah. It's a place for all Chinese to come together. We are a very close-knit family. So to take that away from us is like losing our heritage.
We talk about the Chinatown, very important. So we have to unite it because every weekend, most Chinese people come to see the friend, especially the seniors live around here. The shopping grows easily, save the Chinatown to tell most people how important they are. This is a heritage also and the tourist area. Chinese people always unite together. I hope in the future will be exist Chinatown.
On January 24, 2022 this year, our National Assembly and our City of Montreal Mayor, Valerie Pratt, have announced our Montreal Chinatown granted heritage status. It is the only beginning. One step away, we will have our Chinatown back to the way that we always wanted it.
You said there's this, in your series, there was going to be 5 films of Saving Chinatown for the moment. So you did the first one and the second one this year. So if I get this right, every year there's going to be a movie. Am I correct?
Yes. The third one right now, in process of writing it and getting material together, right? The last 2 documentary, the funding came from my own pocket. It's just like any filmmaker, they always apply for grants, for example, like National Film Board or Telefilm Canada, and but I didn't do that. The reason why, because I think this is the time, this is the moment to make the documentary. So I will say that this is no, if I wait for the grant to come, it's going to take a long time. I will never make the documentary because this is the right time to do it. So, but the third one, I will doing small fundraising. I will probably apply my fundraising to Kickstarter, and I'm going to be send a message out to all my friends, all my network. Hopefully, everybody will support. Whoever seen the first documentary and the second documentary, you will know what I'm saying. And it take a lot of energy, effort, and time. The first documentary, it took me 30 years to investigate, to do a research, and connect it with the people that come to share the platform. The first documentary, it took 3 years to shoot. The second documentary is also took like 10 years to write and to prepare, and also it took 2 years to shoot. And filmmaking, it has to be a passion, because my documentary is really happy that Canada China International Film Festival, also the founder of Mel Song, and also the director Sergey that accepted my documentary to world premiere last year and also this year, and they took care of everything. It was phenomenal. That what they had contributed to my film. I really thank you again and again. And also the first documentary, Saving Chinatown: Rise of the Hero, we have won 7 awards around the world already.
Oh, absolutely! Yeah. That's fantastic! Congratulations,
John. And the documentary this year, Saving Chinatown, Our Heritage, Our Legend, won the best documentary of the year from Canada China International Film Festival.
That's totally amazing.
Yeah, very motivating. Yeah.
And of course, there's one part in your movie, and your second movie, that there's a Quebec politician, the leader of Quebec Solidarity. She's actually filmed in there, and she's giving us a commentary. What is it she's saying? I know what she said, but for the audience, what was the message she was getting across?
Yes, it is something that I would like to, obviously, the politician, we know each other well, we're friends. They believe in me. they believe in this documentary is a world-changing documentary. It's not just a movie that people watch it and forget it. After people watched my documentary, they will go home and talk about it. On the way home, they will talk about it. They go for lunch in Chinatown, they will talk about it. For years to come, they will talk to their friends, their family. This is the success of this documentary, and I'm very happy and honored that I'm able to make that kind of a documentary happen. And the politician that knew this is the documentary is so important for the decade. They when I asked them to participate in it, to interview them about their connection in life, it's some part of their life they have share their life, the family with Chinatown, with the Chinese community. So they also tell their own story about it too. It's just so amazing that they able to give us their kind of a story that it tell us Chinatown is so important to be safe, and that's the message the politician give out on their interview, is that the exact Chinatown is so important to save. So when it coming out from a politician, it's such a huge impact. It already started that a changing of saving our Chinatown in Montreal, because certain MP like Manon and they came up, and now that Frank, they came up and talk about, they voice out. That's why it's important to save, because of the history of the sacrifice, the people that gave to build not just only the railroad, okay, many other things too. So there's a lot of things that put into into that documentary that a lot of people, they never knew. A lot of people they have questioned, especially the younger generation, that how come my parents never talk about it, Why? Because the parents, many of them, they're already gone. They never have a chance to talk to them about it. But my documentary created a platform for everybody to share the story. So therefore, it's also a learning experience for a lot of people. No, not just only for the Chinese, for non-Chinese, like yourself too. And
Exactly.
yeah, you learn about that too. So it did, I have to do a lot of research for over the year in order to consider that, now it's time to shoot the film. So the third documentary coming out, I hope people will support, because I'm doing the fundraising on a Kickstarter, and any bit of the money will help my production. The people that and the production crews, things like that, to make the good film.
I don't know if it's just me, but I'm under the impression that since the COVID restrictions have gone away and they loosened up quite a bit, there's been a huge resurgence in Chinatown. It has come back to life almost to the same point. Well, whatever, you said it downsized, but whatever is alive right now in Chinatown, it's as if there's been a huge resurgence, and you almost couldn't tell that, hey, there was a pandemic like for 2 years here. So are you seeing the same thing I'm seeing?
Yes, definitely. Yeah. It's just like people have been isolating themselves for so long at home, and during our shooting those 2 years, Chinatown is like a ghost town. There's nobody there. So when we're doing the film at that time, it's just like, it's pretty sad in a way that there's nothing really to show. But we put a story in it, and that's what it is. And now everything started to open up. The people coming in, they, as I say before, that's the reason why we have to save Chinatown. Chinatown is a destination. Now, when you go walk downtown right now, we go walk downtown Montreal right now, okay? Now, during the past 3 years of the pandemic, the lockdown and all that, there's so many store, restaurants, so many places have shut down. Okay, buildings have been empty out. There's no more store. It's like you walk around downtown now. There's nothing to see. But but when you go down to Chinatown is back to life again because of people
Yes.
supporting the Chinese people. It's so important that people have to understand that the merchant, that the restaurant, doesn't matter where it is, and if everybody spend a dollar here and there, it will help. It will help everybody, and then this reason why Chinatown is so important to be safe. And with the Comic-Con came back, right?
Yeah.
All the young people, they want to be superhero. They all like dress up like they all like dress up like superhero. They all like coming to showcase their stuff. And then hey, at the same time they come down to Chinatown for meal, to think bubble tea and I'll go for dim sum, whatever, and make Chinatown very lively. Ever since the open up in March until now, every weekend Chinatown is packed.
That's great.
Everybody, I did a survey. Everybody, all the restaurant owner is really happy because the business is coming back. But they're also without the tourists. The tourists not fully 100% back yet.
I
But
imagine.
the tourists coming back with buses. Wow, Chinatown will be big busy.
Is this something we foresee, like perhaps next year, that there's going to be all these tour buses coming back, and it's going to be like a huge boom.
For sure. The tourists coming in already, but not enough. We have more. So the government are very good to Chinatown. So the government they have this subsidized. Some of my friends, they have the night market in Chinatown. Okay, which is near René Lévesque and Saint Laurent. They call that night market. We have entertainment at night. We have all kind of food people could buy. Not so expensive, but people could enjoy with a family day and things like that. So that attracted a lot of people coming in because of these, the different things that's going on. Besides that, Chinatown, as mentioned before, Chinatown is a place for everybody. When I call a friend, where am I going to meet you? Chinatown.
So, Jimmy, to finish off with the film section, because you're also a restaurateur, and I do want to talk about your restaurant as well. Which other film projects you foresee working on in the future? Do you have anything planned?
Well, yeah. Like I mentioned before, besides the documentary that I've been doing all this year, and also I've been doing a lot of my own personal short film, but documentary, my own personal film also. But my documentary, it became like an eye opener for audience, for a lot of people, rather than just Chinese, for all audience come and share our heritage, our history, and our legend. In my mind, I want to start making fiction film. So it's a lot of the project. I think in 2019, I did a short film with this greatest actress, the young, energetic, very open-minded, very talented actress, Maxine Dennis, and I'm very honored, very lucky to have her into my short film that I'm planning that will become eventually a series, and so it's called the Superheroes, and her acting is phenomenal. It's she gave a very dynamic performance in the short film. We did that short film to last for 10 minutes. We did a short film in 3 different days. It's wonderful. Without this young, talented actress, Maxine Dennis, this film won't happen. Guys, I'm very, very honored to invite her, and she said yes with no condition, with no question. She's mean to make the film happen. It was very touching, moving fiction. So this is one fiction that I'm thinking about in the documentary, and also in thinking about doing another documentary, another feature film. Well, as you know, we have Shang-Chi, the Asian superhero. Yeah, with the Sumu Liu. It's very well known, famous now in Hollywood or around the world because of the Senchi, the film that happened, the marvelous film that I want to create a superhero Asian film that is going to create a big impact to a lot young Asian, not just in Chinese, Asian community that hopefully there's so many talented Asian actors. Hopefully they will come in participate one day when I'm ready to do the casting. Yeah, it's gonna be it's really great. I cannot talk too much about it yet, but I just want to let you know that this is coming. It's
Wow.
it's on the way. It's in the offering. It's coming in. And yeah. But first, I documented the third documentary had to happen first. So yeah.
Well, please let us know. We'll be glad to share it with the audience. This is a film I'm looking forward to watching, and I'm sure it's going to make a huge impact on the audience as well.
Yeah, there's a very emotional, a lot of tears on that motion, on that documentary. That people, the audience, are very, very emotional, and that they receive a lot of great comment. And thank you so much for all the audience, everybody's support, and especially you and your girlfriend. I very appreciate for you to come and to support the film, and I really appreciate it. Yeah.
Good people like you deserve to have the support. You're such a great man. You got a big heart. We're going to be getting into the restaurant business. You're also an established restaurateur. I also wanted to go back in episode 74 of Rob's Inner Circle when Jimmy came on with his son, Matthew. He was talking to us of all the good he does with his restaurant. People who are a little, what can I say? I don't know if I'm choosing the right word. Is it disfavored? People who don't have the same opportunity. You have such a kindness towards them. But before we go on to talk about the restaurant, I just want to remind the audience that we have a draw here tonight, a $30 gift certificate for one of Jimmy's restaurants. He's got 2 locations. He's got one on the West Island, and he's got another one in downtown Montreal, I believe.
Oh no, not downtown Montreal. Sorry, I correct you. Downtown Montreal, that Walk Cafe we sold a few years ago. We have 2 in the West Island, one in Dollar des Amants, and the other one in Kirtland.
Unbelievable. So he's got 4 locations, and you'll be able to choose which location where you want to go. It's a $30 gift certificate. To earn this certificate, all you got to do is give us a comment on the show, because I'm just reminding you, this is not live. This is a recorded version of Rob's Inner Circle, and we're going to choose you at large. And if you get selected, you're going to be eating some fantastic Chinese food. Jimmy, tell us about Walk Cafe. Of course, we won't get into too much detail. We're running out of time over here. But because anyone who wants to know a little bit more about the Walk Cafe, just go back on the Rob's Inner Circle episode 74 on the Rob's Inner Circle playlist on the Bobby Short Shorts YouTube channel, and you can know a little bit more about Jimmy's restaurant. Jimmy, tell us how much of a boom has your franchise, the restaurants, how fantastic has this resurgence been for you?
Going back, our restaurant has always been very well known in downtown, and me and my brother, we started our very first restaurant downtown St. Catherine, between St. Mark and St. Matthew. But we didn't really continue. The reason why, because it's a little bit too far. But in fact, I don't really work in the restaurant. I only there to be an errands person, whatever they want me to do. Because I have other work, and I work for CAE, and the quality specialist in that company, and so we sold that restaurant downtown. So we decided to open up in the West Island in Dollar des Amants. So it was doing well, and but all of a sudden when we got hit on the COVID-19, right? And like everything else, like in town, West Island, wherever, everything locked down, no businesses. So we was about that nobody worked. I mean, we couldn't get anybody out, come out to work, and there's no customer. What we did, so I said to myself that this is just time to give back to our community, because I have friends, have nieces, and they're nurses in the hospital. They call me and said, Uncle Jimmy, can you cook something for my family, because I cannot go home. I'm isolated in the hospital. So that's what I did. They started off like giving food to all the frontline workers' family, and then I realized that they have nothing to eat in the cafeteria. So I said to my wife and my partner, said maybe we should think about taking care of the frontline workers too. So that's what we did. So every week we donate food, hundreds of meal to Lakeshore Hospital, to Julius General Hospital. Sometimes we go to MUXC. Okay, so an area that we could close by, because I have to do the delivery myself. We don't have anybody else to do that. So we pack up. We have the cook come in to prepare their meal, and also we have to pack it up, and then I have to try to distribute a different area. And also I drive it to Chinatown, to all the association building. The elderly people live there, and also some of the meal goes to the elderly people too. So they're making sure they're sound and safe. They won't come out, and they have enough food to eat, during the day or the week. That was my mission for those 2.5 years. We have received a lot of good comment. And one day, all of a sudden, our dollar decimal, all of a sudden, like the phone kept ringing, and people were lining up for takeout. They never told us about it's because of the frontline worker tell them to do that, but we only find out later on, because we help the frontline workers, all the nurses, doctors out there. So they all tell their friends, all they all like social media, they all like telling everybody, you want food? Go to Walk Cafe in Dollar Decimal. So they're all coming in to support us. So we never expect that there will be a turnout, but there was a turnout, and people were supporting. Our food is excellent. Our food is good, okay, and not so expensive. So until today, our business is booming. It's doing very well. We're doing very well. And I think the helping the community is coming back to us. And we're giving us some good blessing. And throughout the two. They estimate they came up with a number with the Lakeshore Hospital and Julius General Hospital. They came up with the number that they actually posted on the cassette newspaper. We have in 2 years, our restaurant, Walk Cafe in Dollar Decimal, we have donated more than 6,000 meals.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, 6,000 meals out.
Wow,
Yeah,
that is.
so that was, we didn't know. I mean, we didn't know, but there was when that number came out, right? And because we always donated 100 meal a day. You calculate how many days and how many months. It's pretty much a good blessing. The recognition is unbearable. And I thank everybody supporting our Walk Cafe restaurant, and keep on supporting us. Thank you so much for everybody. And it's just like the documentary that I make. The first one, and the second one, and the third one will coming. That hopefully everybody after your show, that everybody will contribute whatever they can to support our third documentary, Saving Chinatown.
I can attest that your food is absolutely delicious, because at one moment, I was there with our show producer, Jenny, and our techie, Patty. We were there, and we had an exceptional meal. Your General Tower, I've never tasted anything like that. And apparently this is a secret that you got from a relative who's not with us anymore.
Yeah, actually the secret that came from my father, my brother. The secret, it's this recipe that he left behind, which is we won the best General Tower chicken in the whole Quebec, going back like 20 something years ago. and they have a General Tao chicken competition, and we came in first. Yeah.
Uh, absolutely. Your chicken, like I said, I have never tasted a General Tao chicken. Jimmy, give us an example of what you have on the menu. I know you got bok choy, you got how many choices do you have on the menu? Talk to us a
Well,
little bit about
we
the
have
menu.
many choices. We have dim sum, we have many choices. We have famous Cantonese chow mein, noodle plates, and we have all kind of vegetable, and we have bean curd with the tofu and the vegetarian dishes. Yeah. Besides General Tao chicken, we have many things. We have peanut butter dumpling. We have what's called the salt and pepper sweet seafood, salt and pepper pork, and there's many different things: sweet and sour chicken, sweet and sour pork, and sweet and sour fish. Yeah, there's so much. I'm talking about it. I'm hungry.
Well, I believe that you also have the beef sesame. Don't you have
Yeah,
two
the beef
varieties of beef?
sesame and the lemon chicken, the lemon beef, yeah, the sesame beef. Yeah, well, there's so many different kind.
Wow, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Geez, that's fantastic. So, listen, to close out for our show, the last topic we can talk about here, talk to us about your lion dance. You're actively involved with the lion dancing.
Yes. Yeah, the lion dance is my family tradition. Our Chinese culture, more than 2,000 years of history behind it. The story of the myth of the story behind the lion dance. You see, China. Let me give you a really quick thing. China don't have lions, as you know, but we have panda bear. So going back a long time ago in the kingdom, but going back like 2,000 years ago. There was an emperor. He kind of like asked himself the question, why my queen never happy? Why the people in the villages never happy? We have everything that we want to make everybody happy. We have enough food, water, anything that we want is there. But not people that they're not really satisfied. So one day the emperor had a dream. So he woke up. He dreamed about this creature in heaven, making him very joyful, and he was really enjoying that the little pet that around in his dream. So he drew a picture. He hired a very talented artist. So the artist came and said, the artist said, "My lord, what can I do to fulfill your dreams?" So the emperor said, to the artist like that, right? So the artist say, "What can I do to fulfill your dreams, my emperor?" So the emperor said, "You see that drawing on the wall? Can you make that? Can you create something like this?" So the artist say, "Yes, your wishes will come true." So that creature was created it by the artist. But it's just sitting there, not doing anything. So the emperor said, in a magical world in China, more than 1,000 years ago, anything is possible. It's a myth of magical world in China, if everybody knows. Marco Polo went to China and he discovered silk, gunpowder, and noodles. But at that time, there was something else. So the emperor hired the most powerful priest in China, and the monk came from the monastery. He came and said, "My lord, what can I do to fulfill your dreams?" So that the emperor said, "Can you make that creature alive?" So the monk said, "Yes, my lord, I will make that creature come alive." So what happened? That the monk, boom. So the lion is like came alive with the eyes was moving, the ears moving, the mouth is moving, and so the lion actually that creature came out. Don't have a name yet. So, but the emperor said, "I have to name this creature called lion." So that the creature called lion. So the emperor took that creature, the lion, go around the villages. At first, the people were afraid because they don't know what it is. And then the creature is so funny. and making people laugh. And then the whole village was laughing. And then that you see the flowers are blossom again, the grass, the dead grass is glowing green, and the sunshine is coming out from the cloud. And the queen of the emperor, and she goes, I'm so happy now. And so this is a story about the lion dance at the time that I grew up with this story from my grandfather. And so I trained lion dance since I was a little kid. And so I pass it on to my children and also to other people. And our Montreal Chan Lion Dance Club have been around more than 30, 35, 37 years. And we have performances like almost every weekend, because lions dance believes that it's a creature, it's a lion that to get all the evil spirit away and to bring good luck, prosperity, and good fortune. So lion dance that tradition is so important for the Chinese people. And now, because of this culture, it became so popular. And everybody, even the non-Chinese, when they get married or whatever, the store opening, they want good luck. They always call us for lion dancing. And on top of that, we're going back 2006, Cirque du Soleil recruited me to be the artistic director and coach because of the lion dance.
Oh,
and, Cirque du Soleil, they manipulate the animal movement, and this is what I'm good at. So I ever since then I'm the contractor for Cirque du Soleil also. It's a part of the art, So the lion dance is a very important part of our life, our Chan family's life. The lions is giving up everybody a great, wonderful, dynamic spirit, and everybody see lion dance and during any festival or Chinese New Year. It represent happiness and bring everybody good luck, prosperity, right? So actually, we even did the lion dance for Just for Laugh also. Also Just for Laugh. I think that you will see there on one of the video that I gave you that we have the Just for Laugh. We performed there too. We performed at many areas, the jazz festival and all the big event in Montreal. They hire us to do the lion dance also. Yeah.
You're all over the place, Jimmy. I'm not even sure if 80 hours in a single day would be enough for Jimmy Chan.
Honestly, I need to sleep a little bit more. I don't sleep enough.
Hey, Jimmy, we're going to be closing off the show. Can I ask you to hang on just to stick around a little bit for the meet and greet?
Okay.
Okay, going to be closing off the show. I'll be going right back to you. But your closing words to the audience. What are your closing words to the audience?
Well, never give up your dreams. Always follow your ideal passion. Always remember one thing: you live one life, and help as much as possible to people there who need help. And this is the most satisfying thing in life, that you're able to give something to others that you need. And your passion, whatever your passion is, do whatever you can to fulfill your passion. And at the end of the day, you become a very happy person because you have done whatever you can to get there.
Jimmy Chan, thank you so much for being part of our show this evening. And like I said, stick around. I'll be coming around to you. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me, Robert.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was our guest this evening. It's second time around for Jimmy Chan. He's a restaurateur, filmmaker, and actor. Such a generous gentleman. He's a great friend, and he is a great asset to the city of Montreal and all of the community for Chinatown all over the world, as a matter of fact. This, once again, we repeat that this was not a live broadcast of Rob's Inner Circle. This is a recorded version. And again, this is your last chance to go ahead and participate in the draw for the $30 certificate that you can win and go to Jimmy Chan's restaurant. This is thanks to Jimmy and his wife, Susan, we're giving away a $30 certificate to one of his 4 locations, Walk Cafe. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We're going to be seeing you next time, same place, same reason. From now to then, be good. God bless.